discussion. I think it's a talking point, isn't it?
I think I think alcoholism is like a proper thing, isn't it? It's legitimate.
There's Vimtoism.
Yeah, but that's not even real, is it? You got to sort yourself out. Alcoholism is a genuine thing worth aiming for, but Vimtoism not worth it.
Disease it is, alcoholism.
Anyway, it gives me great pleasure. SBTS episode 97, fan roundtable with the wonderful Windy John, Super Malk, and George, who bangs the drum. Just waiting for Tyler from Bishop Stortford, where we're going to discuss that. Gentlemen, how the devil are you?
Yeah. Very well.
All good.
All good, all good. Oh, what a beard. What a beard, Tyler.
Oh, dear.
What a beard, mate. All respect.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, how long's that take to grow?
I had a bit of stubble in lockdown. Shaved my head off on 1st of April 2020 and I just haven't cut it since.
Mate, I'm a massive fan of ZZ Top as well. I love it.
The amount of people who say that to me.
Yeah, sorry.
All right.
It's all the old jokes for me. Well, listen, first of all, Tyler Bailey, welcome to the round table. Let's crack straight into Bishop Stortford, but we're going to talk a few things about the previous Hastings games in a minute, but we've got our jolly arranged, away day jolly. Time of the train again, please, George?
The train out of Hastings is the 8:21.
8:21. So this is the annual jolly, and this time it's Bishop Stortford. So where do we go? So we're getting off early in Bishop Stortford.
Yeah.
Where are the places to go, mate?
For a beer, it's only like literally a 5-minute walk from the station, if that. The Bridge House is quite good for a beer. It's like very sports like orientated. It's quite small. It's an Irish pub, but I'd say it's like the place to go to.
Oh, George will be all right. He's ginger. And so that's the one. Okay, well, let's just talk about football now. First of all, right, so Bishop Stortford, a couple of little wobbly results, which gives us hope, gives us a little bit of hope against you. Please tell us about your season, because you've been really good. Fantastic. So talk about it.
It's been, from like your point of view, it'd be like a great season, but it's every time we get to the top at the moment, we're just struggling to hold on. It's like we get to the top, bottle it, let Hornchurch or Aveley come near us, and then we get going again. Do you know what I mean? It's like I just feel like a bit of like complacency is just set in. Whereas last year, when Worthing were in the league, they just didn't stop. Do you know what I mean? They were just rolling, and they just didn't ease up at all. So it's a good season, but it's just too many points dropped. Just to like, especially against like lower league teams. We went to Brightling City at the beginning of January, bottom of the league, after beating Hornchurch 4-1. Then you lose 2-0. Like there's no sort of like balance in between. Do you know what I mean?
We tend to just lose to like the top 8, don't we?
Yeah, we lose to teams that are better, which is pretty reasonable, isn't it?
Well, yeah, never know. Well, so tell me, how did you fall in love with Bishop Stortford? Tell us about it.
I was going as a teenager with my friends from school. That was when I was about 13, 14. Then I stopped. And then just off the off chance, last season, the August bank holiday, me and my partner, we went up there for something to do, kill a bit of time. And I just haven't stopped going. And then that just led to then going to away games, which then I've got my father-in-law involved. And then he wanted to come to the away games, started doing that. And now we steward up the home ground. So we just like help out, and we just really enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? And doing like the away games, not stewarding, it just sort of we can let off a little bit of steam. But then at home, we just sort of like nip it in the bud and just sort of a bit more of a neutral. Do you know what I mean? But we still celebrate when like we score and win. Yeah,
I was going to say, when we get there, if you get a goal, I'm sure you ain't gonna be quiet.
It's got to be done. Like, you got to celebrate.
Oh, absolutely. Well, yeah. I mean, by the way, have all your stewards got beards as well? I mean, is it? No. Am I going to be able to tell you apart from the others?
Yes. I'll be sticking out like a sore thumb. Don't worry.
Yeah, no. I mean, as I say, we've got this jolly, and it's just about, would love to meet up with some of the Bishop Stortford before the game as well. A few pints, bit of a laugh. Because for me, watching football, I'm passionate about Hastings, but it's not the end of the world, and it's a little bit of banter and stuff. It's
exactly. That's what it's all about.
I just wanted to say, actually, we got stewards who are fans as well, who come away, and I think it would be fun for the Bishop Stortford fans. We could have a little game, spot the steward. So Bishop Stortford fans have got to guess which Hastings away fan, which one's the stewards. I think that'd be a fun game. Point to the winner who gets them all.
Wait, what's his song again? Gary Histed. He wears a mankini. Isn't it? Go on.
He wears a beanie and a mankini.
Yeah.
the bloke's massive. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of them. He was Gary Histed, one of our stewards. He went to Ashford away in a Mankini. What a sight, mate! What a sight, Tyler. It was
Brave man. Brave man.
I feel it was probably half the reason why we won. Yeah, so Wingate and Finchley didn't see the game. Bit of a naff one for us. All three of you lads were there, weren't they?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, who wants to crack into that quick?
Go on, George goes first.
Yeah, well, took a lead, and they switched us, so we were going towards the Steve Smith second half, which I don't think suits us anymore. But we took a lead in the first half, and we just didn't kill the game off, and then let slip bit of control of the game and conceded a really, really annoying late equaliser. Very frustrating against a side that didn't offer that much, I don't think, but we didn't offer enough either. So not a great performance. We're all very annoyed really, because it was a game that if you want to go up, Wingate and Finchley at home, you got to look to win.
Yeah.
And that's not being rude to them because they are near the relegation zone. So it's just a fact, isn't it? Got to beat them teams. So very frustrating Saturday.
Malk?
I wasn't there.
Oh, that's your excuse. So, yeah, right. Windy?
Yeah, I thought it was much the same as what George was saying, but their goalie was a right wind-up merchant. And he when you're giving him a stick and all that, and you just think, don't give him too much stick. He's going to have the last laugh. And he did. But if you give it, be prepared to take it. Our goal was assisted by him anyway, so that helped.
Yeah, nutmeg, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Absolute top stuff.
Yeah, Joe came back. So well done, Milk, by the way, Joe.
No problem. I've done well there, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You gave us a heads up.
Yeah, Tyler, just so you know, Malk is a massive agent on the side, yeah. Literally, he runs Kent. Anything happening in Kent, it's because of him, yeah? Ain't it, Malk?
It is, yeah.
Fair enough.
It was a very strange lineup to start with.
Oh, go on.
Because I think we literally had 7 forwards in the squad. And because we had Dicko was suspended. I think he was suspended last night as well. And we seemed a bit lightweight in midfield. And maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know.
Dicko's back for your game, though,
yeah.
Tyler, yeah? So no luck there, mate.
Yeah.
But he's back for your game.
Nice. Is he one of your best players then?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, obviously, compared to you lot, our squad's probably a little bit thinner. So, yeah, we miss players a little bit more.
You said they're all fat.
I didn't say that. So...
Yeah, you did. You said our squad is thinner.
Yeah, shut up, Mal. Don't look. I don't want to get banned from Bishop Stortford, mate. Look, he's a steward. He won't even let me in.
As long as you're spending your money, we don't mind.
Yeah, that's I like that talk. I like that talk. Moving on to Enfield, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, Enfield. So I thought a cracking game. I thought we were playing the football. They were very effective, though, Enfield. I mean, you've played them, Tyler. What you reckon of Enfield? Can you remember?
We played in beginning of December.
Yeah.
We love it because we lost our best striker to them last season. And it was a scrappy game this season, but we got a 1-0 win.
Oh, okay.
It's just, again, they're not consistent. All of a sudden now going on a roll of about 7 wins, and all of a sudden they'll just start dropping points out of nowhere, it just seems like no one's got any real consistency apart from Hornchurch at the moment.
Well, that's good for your lot, isn't it?
It is good for us lot, but we just, because we've got a bit of rivalry with Enfield, just to face them in the playoffs and get knocked out by them would just be even more heartbreaking.
But what about facing them in the playoffs and beating them?
There's always that possibility, but we had the playoff heartbreak last season.
Yeah, well, that's last season. So Enfield, an absolutely world-class goal from us. How many passes was it? About 17, 18 passes?
I've literally just seen it. They just posted it on Facebook. I've seen it from a couple of angles, but I hadn't seen all the passing because I wasn't at the game last night. Well, that was a class goal, wasn't it? Smooth. Somebody called it liquid football.
Yeah, someone did. I'll run from one end of the ground to the other when that went in. That was like, I was like headless chicken. That was. Do you ever get that, Tyler? When there's just such a great goal, you you just run about and jump around and
just lose yourself, all limbs everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
George, your thoughts?
That was prime Barcelona, that goal, mate. 2009.
Yeah, I was going to say, I want you to quantify that, not Barcelona last year or whatever.
No. Unbelievable goal. Great play. Quite funny to see that if you look on the video, the second time Breffo passed the ball back to Louis Rogers, the keeper, the main stand is like having a go at the team.
Oh, what, booing them? Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
our own fans, our own oldies were booing for keeping the ball. The same people that boo if we boot it long and then lose the ball, they'll shout, "Keep the ball! What are you doing?" Same people, and they were moaning. And then 30 seconds later, we've scored goal of the season, and the manager's turned around to them and gone, "How about that?" Well, Apple, that's why when you get a low away attendance, you've got to give stick to your own team, haven't you? Because wasn't much noise from Enfield last night.
God, it was piss poor, wasn't it? It was only about 10 of them?
Yeah.
Or am I being uncharitable?
10, 15. Yeah.
It's not that bad midweek, and with the weather as it was and all that. It was probably a bit iffy at one stage, wasn't it? Especially was it like up there, Tyler's? You had snow.
Woke up to a little bit of snow, nothing major.
Okay.
All melted by sort of midday.
Oh, that's right.
It was cold. It was cold last night. You can see it's starting to frost over, but nothing too major.
We just had loads of rain. It's chucking it down at the minute.
So,
what's your pitch like? What's your pitch like? Does it keep well?
It does all right because the other Enfield team play up there as well, so it has double the amount of games as like a normal ground does.
I didn't know that.
And it's nice that it's grass as well. None of this 3G, 4G stuff.
Yeah,
but overall, it holds up all right.
That's a nice ground. I went up there when we played during the cup. It must be 2000. I can't remember now. 2010, something like that. We came away with a win. Nice
Not
bar.
this weekend.
Nice bar. Good friendly bunch. I enjoyed that. Yeah, we had a good time.
Oh, good bar. I like that talk.
No, it's a nice clubhouse bar.
Yeah.
It's great. You've got a car park outside the ground as well, haven't you?
Tyler, do you sell Vimto? We've got a Vimto addict in here, mate. Oh, Malk.
They probably do Vimto, but I can't answer that because I've never had it from there.
Well, yes, because usually children drink Vimto, don't they?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Pregnant women.
All right. Oh, you're a pregnant woman now. Hang on, you're identified as a pregnant woman. All right, mate.
My national day today. On whatever national day it is, I'm that.
There you go.
Yeah, you got it covered. Well, actually, let's go. This moving on from that. Your last two results, obviously, a little bit shaky. And as you say, it's a little bit of a stutter, but like that last minute equaliser must have been fabulous. Were you there?
Yeah, I was up there last night. It was because we get like designated areas as well for like where we steward. We have our corner. Luckily, it's at the end that we was at. So just to get that last minute winner, like with our fans next to us as well, it was nice. But the first half was poor, poor.
And you just put that down to complacency, just a little bit like.
Yeah, like we got a couple of injuries, like niggly injuries, and like our captain wasn't there yesterday, and you could just things just wasn't like ringing right. Could be a bit of confidence from the weekend, like losing 3-0, but it's just at the moment it just seems to just be like a lot of long balls, whereas last year was playing it on the floor, pressing high, and it just seems to have just gone 3 steps back. Do you know what I mean? Compared to what we've been watching the last 18 months.
Well, I suppose they would argue that it's getting results, and a lot of the teams we've seen, like we've tried to play. I mean, not all the time, but we try and play a bit of football, and that's what we seem to have come up against. Is a lot of teams are very direct, sort of percentages, and it, if it's effective, a lot of people are just going to stick with it, aren't they? So,
how often does the long ball really work for teams when you just keep smashing it up? It's not very effective, like really, is it? And it's just hard to watch when someone's just hoofing it, chasing it down the channels, and it gets nowhere. You're like, what's the point of that? Like, just try something different.
Yeah,
you'd think, wouldn't you? Well, you won't get any of that with us, mate. Go on, sorry, George.
With Hornchurch, Aveley, Enfield, to be fair to Bishop Stortford, I think they scored a decent breakaway goal against us, but that was a long time ago, isn't it now? Those 3 teams, Enfield, Aveley, Hornchurch, they seem to be really good in both 6-yard boxes, not even 18-yard boxes, 6-yard boxes. They've got 3 like massive defenders, 3 massive strikers, and that just seems to be what they do. And don't worry about the midfield too much. That's what it seems to be for them. And obviously it's worked for them because they are, 3 of the top 4 sides. So
they've all got pacey wingers, though, George.
What's that,
yeah,
mate?
pacey wingers, pace, power, and that seems to be, and it's what it is like in the level above as well, isn't it? As well. So it's just that's just how it is. I think actually step 4 and step 5, you get overall some nicer football trying to be played now. But you do compared to the top of step 3 compared to what Hornchurch and Enfield was served up last night, the passing football that goes on, not always like high quality, not faster, but in terms of trying to play football on the ground, more of it lower down.
I don't know. What do you reckon to that statement, Tyler?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of long balls, to be fair. Like, I wouldn't stand by that statement, yeah.
Chichester play better football than Hornchurch.
That'd be nice.
They do. Chichester do. They play better football than Hornchurch. But look where Hornchurch are. Maybe that's how you got to play at this level. It just is what it is, isn't it?
I think it depends on what sort of players you got, and if it suits that style of player, play with it. But if it doesn't, you got to change it up and try and see something that does actually fit their style.
Have you still got to play Hornchurch again yet, Tyler?
No, we lost to them near the beginning of the season, 2-1. I think we missed a last-minute penalty there as well, and then we beat them 4-1 on Boxing Day.
Oh, that's nice.
That's what I'm saying about consistency. Like, we beat them 4-1 Boxing Day, then 2nd of January, you play bottom of the league, lose 2-0.
Yeah. Yeah, there's been quite a few clubs have been sitting at the top. No one's really held on to it this year, have they?
No, exactly.
Look at Potter's Bar. I was just looking at them in the league. Isn't it? I know they had problems in their squad and all that. 13th they are now.
Well, you called that ages ago, didn't you, Malk?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, that was ages ago. You knew they were going to drop.
Yeah. He went in and nicked all their players, didn't you, Malk?
That's it.
Well, one of them's at Hastings, so
yeah, that's it. So yeah, no, it's still time, but yet looks like on paper, I reckon Hornchurch probably going to nick it, aren't they?
Yeah, I reckon so.
Let's say, but like, you know, everyone seems to be having a bad period now and again, so maybe they've got theirs to come again yet, because they had a little slip up, didn't they, for a while? So,
and I think Hornchurch still got to play Enfield at Enfield near the end of the season.
Yeah.
And then Enfield have got to come to us second from last game of the season.
You could do us a massive favour there. Do you know what I mean? If it goes all right, because I mean, to be honest, the top 9 really are all still in this. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you could do us a little favour there. That'd be nice.
Be nice to win it against, like, win the league against them, though. To be fair.
Oh yeah.
To be fair, one of the teams outside the playoffs, like us, Folkestone, Lewis, to get into the playoffs, we're going to have to go on one hell of a run to get in there.
Yeah.
So if one of those teams does that, then there'll be an unbelievable form going into the playoffs, and you could get a team who's 5th going up just because of that going on a run. The teams that just miss out on promotion do often find it hard, don't they, in the playoffs, whatever level. So
yeah, we went up once from 5th a few years back, so it's doable, isn't it?
Yeah, 5th went up last season as well, Chesant.
Oh yeah.
So Saturday, where do your fans have a beer? Where can we meet up with them, or is it just in the clubhouse?
Yeah, I'd say more in the clubhouse from about 2-ish. The clubhouse is quite big, actually. To be fair,
yeah,
it's quite nicely kitted out. It's a big bar. If you want to go town, I'd say go Bridge House. There's quite a few nice restaurants in the town as well. But up at the football as well, they do nice burgers. But I'd get in the queue nice and early because they like to take their time.
It's one of those ones, is it?
But they're not your moody burgers, mate. They're decent, to be fair.
Yeah, worth queuing for.
Depends on how worth, like 40 minutes for a queue.
Have you got any stupid rules like no drum? Like no drum?
No, you're allowed a drum. Canby bought a drum last night.
Go, George, you're all right, mate.
Yeah, there's a few of these grounds that have got you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't stand there. Where was that place where we couldn't stand at behind the goal, George?
Oh, Kingstonian. Yeah, you can't stand on the wall. Yeah.
So, Tyler, you going up or you doing the playoffs? What do you think?
Oh, I'd love, like, if we'd have won last night, I'd have said we was going up. But I think we'd be in the playoffs. And I don't know. I'm not confident about the playoffs, especially after last season. But we just can't. We can't go up through the playoffs again. It's going to be too much hard work.
You think? Which
is a shame. But if Hornchurch lose a couple, obviously it's just in a balance again, isn't it? But Aveley aren't going away.
They are. They do. I don't like them as a team. I think they play some right shoddy football, but effective football. But yeah, they know how to win.
Yeah, I think out of the next 9 games, realistically, to go up, especially with Hornchurch having 2 games in hand of us, we need to win 8 out of 9 out of them.
Yeah. I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry, Tyler, but we're not going to give you that on Saturday, mate.
I'll see you.
We're not that charitable, mate.
Fingers crossed you are charitable.
Yeah. Wow. I'll get you a beer after the game, yeah?
Yeah, nice one.
Yeah. All right.
Well, Chris,
go on, George.
I just had a look at your predictions for the league from the start of the season, and you had Bishop Stortford at 7th. So.
Well, Hang on, who did you have bottom, George?
Aveley, yeah. To be
Aveley,
fair,
yes. Where did I have
More-
Aveley?
Let's have a look. Where did you have him?
I don't know. I didn't put him on bottom, mate.
No, you had a mid-table. To be fair. We all got that
Mid-table,
wrong.
yeah.
I was just Willingham, wasn't it? Really? There.
It could be,
But,
but they could go on a disastrous run and end up there. You never know.
Fingers crossed.
There is another team coming right up behind everybody, and that's Folkestone. They're on a massive roll at the moment, aren't they? They beat you, didn't they, the other week?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Saturday,
don't rub it
3-0.
in. Don't rub it in.
No, I just quite intrigued because they weren't that. I didn't think they were that much when we played them. And that wasn't that go, was it? But they've got one of our players back, or a player that was loaned to us who went out to Folkestone. He scored a few, and he Colin.
Louis
Collins, yeah.
Not a bad player, him.
But I think they could possibly. Well, they've got a really good chance of sneaking into the playoffs, and if they get in there, they're going to be difficult to shove.
Yeah.
Hornchurch took their top goal scorer as well, didn't they?
Yeah, for a big fee, so they got money to
massive
spend.
fee.
Yeah, if you've got that sort of money, Tyler. Did you hear about this? What was it again? 30 grand or something?
25 grand it was.
25 grand they pay for him.
That's a lot of money for that league, isn't it?
I know.
Is he the striker who's on 750 quid a week?
Talk to Malk, mate. Here, no. Go on, Malk.
He's on more than that.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. But I can't divulge how much.
No,
That'd be wrong of me.
He ain't messing
So
about,
25
Tyler,
grand.
mate. He knows everything.
He gets a cut, doesn't he?
25 grand for him, and he's on more than 750 a week.
Yeah.
If he gets you promoted, it's worth it, isn't it?
That's it.
They already had about 4 strikers that are banging them in anyway, didn't they? Scoring goals for fun, haven't they, this season?
I'd have liked that Mohamedou Fowl, who was at Enfield last year, but he's gone up to Havant and Waterlooville.
Yeah. How's he getting on there?
I think he's still scoring goals, but obviously not as many. But he scored like 40 odd goals last season, didn't he?
Blimey. Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of goals.
Yeah. Well, that wins your leagues, doesn't it? Or makes you slip into the... What happened to folks? And they missed out on the playoffs, didn't they? Last season? I can't remember now.
Final fact, they struggled for goals at the end of last season. And they had Joe Cabodi online and they left him on the bench. Seriously. And he's unbelievable, isn't he?
Yes.
So
You'll find out about Joe Cabodi on Saturday, Tyler. Hopefully.
Where's he play?
He's up front.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a big lad. He's a big lad.
Smith is coming to life as well.
Yeah, Smithy. So, I mean, in terms of how you play, Tyler, how would you characterise the way the Bishop Stortford boys play?
Beginning of the season, I'd have said that we're high pressing, quite high tempo, like to play out on the floor. But the last few games, especially, a lot of it is get the ball at the back, smash it up top, try and hit like our striker Chris Harris, and then there's no one off of him, and they just expect so much of like Chrissy. It's like he's got to try and win the ball, and then go and run after the ball, and be in the box at the same time, and it's just asking a bit too much. And when we get the ball on the floor at the wingers, like they can turn like all defences inside out. But at the moment, they just ain't got the confidence what they had again like 6-7 months ago.
That's weird, that. And you're top of the league as well.
I know,
it's weird.
I think last
It's whether you can cope with our formation of 1-2-7. I mean, it's relatively new.
It's a new one, yeah.
That we brought, and we're hoping to catch a lot of teams unaware with our 1-2-7 formation.
We'll have to get you on the counter then.
Yeah, no. Listen, look, Tyler, obviously looking forward to catching up with you when we're there, and obviously spending some money in your clubhouse and that. And I'm hoping for a good game. Whoever wins, you know. And obviously,
fuck that, Chris.
What, mate? Go on.
Shit game, 1-0 away win. None of this good game bollocks. It's too late in the season for that, isn't it? Yeah, too late in the season.
Well, it's business time, isn't it? You know, for your lads, you need to win this because you got to maintain what you're doing and like turn around this little mini wobble. And for us, we need to be pushing those playoff places, don't we?
Yeah.
So,
but good luck to you, boys.
Yeah.
We'll
Cheers.
see you on Saturday.
Other than Saturday, yeah. Good luck to you lot as well. Yeah.
Yeah. There's just a nice little club up there. It's quite like family orientated. Everyone sort of like gets on, and it's probably the same as you guys. It's all similar faces, and it's just nice to get out on a Saturday afternoon and just have a bit of fun.
Yeah. Get
you out of the house for a couple of hours, and then you go home again. It's just nice environment up there.
Yeah. No, good. I'm very much looking forward to going. Anyway, we'll leave it there then. So thank you very much, Windy, Super Malk, George, and Tyler Bailey of Bishop Stortford. And see you at the game.
Nice one. Yeah.
Take care, lads.
Cheers.
Later.
Okay, cheers.
That we stand on for.